Okay. Was there any other discussion or anything else that we think we need to immediately do on this item?
There is public comment that came in yesterday on this item.
Before we get to the public comment, are there any other things that we think we immediately need to do on this? And what, okay, or anything else? Okay. What do you mean public comments have come in via, okay, are they emails? Did they get distributed to us? What do you mean when you say that?
So on our agenda that's posted 10 days before, public comment will be limited to 3 minutes for each speaker unless otherwise determined by the commission. Please email any public comments to NAHC by 4 p.m. on Thursday, May 4th, to be read into the record. So these were received yesterday, public comment on this particular issue. So as our practice in the past, if anybody emailed their public comments in for any specific agenda item or the public comment at the end of the meeting, they're allowed to be read into the record as long as it doesn't exceed 3 minutes.
I don't know about the read into the record thing. Again, I think we did this once or twice because it warranted it because of the situation, but this has not been a general practice of the commission to read into the record public comments that come through. They come through, you send them to us, we read them, we have them. Those are the public comments.
Then maybe next time for the agenda, we should maybe refrain from putting that language in there because I think it may be misleading to the public.
Does the agenda say we're going to read these things?
Yeah.
To be read into the record, yes, it does.
I don't know where that came from, but we
It's
need to
been on
take
the
it out.
agenda as
Well,
long as
I
I've
am
been
just
here.
saying, I don't know where it came from. We need to remove that because this is not a practice that we should be engaging in.
We can work on that for the next agenda, Chairperson. Thank you.
Go ahead and read them because we need to do it because that's what was noticed. How many are we talking about? What is the length of time? What are we dealing with here?
I just have one in my hand here, and
Okay.
I believe it's limited to 3 minutes per the agenda.
Okay, we'll read for 3 minutes, and when the 3 minutes goes off, then we're gonna cut you off.
Here we go. Feel free. All right. Public comments from the Gabrielano Band of Mission Indians, Quiche Nation. Dear Chairwoman Miranda and Commissioners, below is an update and bullet point summary of the terms that the 3 co-MLDs have agreed upon for the Corona matter. The co-MLD's bullet point summary and update on the Corona matter. The 3 co-MLDs met in person on February 27, 2023, and have had subsequent group discussions, which included a review of the additional information recently provided by the city, to assess the potential for developing a reburial plan prior to the city determining its future plans for the project site. Number 1, with respect to the city proposed avoidance area, the co-MLDs received the graphic and calculated volumes for the open trenches and soil piles, which were provided by the city on April 6, 2023. Number 2, the co-MLDs also received the city's letter dated April 14, 2023, received on April 17, 2023, in which the city suggested that the co-MLDs appoint a tribal archaeologist to develop a reburial plan for the review and comment by the 3 MLDs in the city. Number 3, the Quiche have proposed additional protocol and recovery procedures to be included as a part of the burial plan. The specifics were discussed verbally amongst the 3 co-MLDs at joint meetings. The Quiche are prepared to submit its request to the city as well, but to date they have not because discussions with the co-MLDs are ongoing. The Quiche's proposal implements important traditional treatments that are integral to the Quiche's tribal, cultural, and ceremonial preferences and practices. If the other 2 co-MLDs do not wish to participate in this portion of the overall reburial plan, they may forego involvement. The Quiche have no issue with Pechanga and Saboba foregoing participation in the Quiche-specific portion of the reburial plan. Number 4, to date, all 3 co-MLDs agree on the following terms. The city proposed avoidance area is unreasonably small. It also lacks a buffer, does not provide for a solution for the soils pile, and does not take into account the possibility of multiple human remains as is required by Public Resource Code 5097.98b. We reject this proposal and the persistent characterization that there is only one ancestor at issue. A site inspection with 3 co-MLDs needs to occur now that the winter storms are over to assess the site conditions under the site protection, as this could affect the reburial plan. We outline this in the attachment and will need the help of the city relative to safety and engineering concerns. It would be premature to present a plan to the city without the additional information and responses to questions in the attachment, which are necessary to 1. Assess if reburial can proceed without knowing the future. Thank you.
Commissioners, you have this in your packet. It's an email from Kara Grant.
The email was revised yesterday afternoon with their formal comments. So the original email that you see there's some changes to it. I forwarded that to you today. I've not compared the 2 comments, so I can't tell you what's difference between the 2.
Okay. Okay, is there any other discussion on this item? Okay. Okay, another speaker? Commission, are you okay with another speaker?
I'll be brief. I'm Courtney Coyle again, attorney for Pechanga. I don't want to seem like I'm difficult to work with. I don't think that I am. But just for clarity of the record, I just wanted to say that Pechanga was not asked, nor did it provide approval for the public comment from Ms. Grant referencing the 3 co-MLDs. And that in the middle of that was sandwiched Keish's demand regarding their burial protocol being made. I just wanted to be clear, in case it wasn't, that we didn't sign off on that. We didn't know about it. But yes, there are some commonalities, because I think part of that was cribbed off of the joint letter that Saboba and Pechanga had developed, that I wrote, thinking that all 3 co-MLDs would be able to sign off on one letter, since there was a universe of things that after our lengthy conversations we did agree on. But then, we received the communication from Ms. Grant saying that they didn't want to participate in our joint letter. So I just wanted to make it clear that we weren't aware of that communication. And certainly Keish can communicate on behalf of themselves, just not on behalf of Pechanga. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that clarification. Okay. Any other questions? Comments? Okay. Okay, let's move on to the next item, but before that, can we take a little 10-minute break, please?